Welcome back to Tasty Travels. I'm Travis Frye. Today we're here in Dobson, North Carolina on the grounds of Shelton Vineyards, checking out a place that offers farm-to-fork cuisine with a bistro-style atmosphere. This is Harvest Grill. So we're inside the Harvest Grill with Executive Chef Mark Thrower. Mark, thank you so much for having us today. We're really looking forward to seeing what you guys prepare. And I gotta ask, what makes the Harvest Grill so special?
Well, the Harvest Grill, nestled here in Dobson and Surry County, we do a lot of farm to table.
You know, you've got years of experience. How did you become an executive chef?
It's a long and winding road, I'll say. Went to culinary school in Charlotte. Outside of Charlotte, I was very fortunate to land a position in Banner Elk underneath the chef Dean Mitchell, who was named one of the top 50 chefs of the 80s by Food and Wine magazine. From there, I've learned from a lot of different chefs.
That's awesome. Well, what do you have prepared for us today?
Well, today I have, first of all, one of our charcuterie plates. It's 3 different beefs that are all manufactured in North Carolina and the Salisbury area. And I do a North Carolina Ranchers charcuterie plate. So we're producing a field green salad that has a Carolina caviar. The greens are all produced here in Surry County. I also have a Wagyu steak we're preparing, and we'll serve that with a goat's cheese. It's also from Dobson.
Awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. It sounds like a great menu.
Food's always great. Service is phenomenal. Very warm atmosphere, and we love coming here.
Well, thank you. I'm fortunate to have 2 bakers that do a wonderful job for us here at the Harvest Grill. And I'll go through what we have. We have our flourless chocolate decadence. It's chocolate decadence layered with chocolate mousse, finished with Belgian chocolate ganache. We serve that with a cinnamon ice cream. We have a caramel cake served with warm apples. We also serve that with vanilla ice cream. We have, I call it the real deal pound cake because it actually is the real deal. It's one of these pound cakes, when you feel it, you think it's going to be dry, but it just melts right in your mouth, better than any grandmother, great aunt has ever made. We're serving that with an orange marmalade, again with vanilla ice cream. We also have a red velvet cheesecake. I think it just stands up for itself.
Absolutely.
I don't need to comment on that at all. And then we also have, we're on the Surry County Soccer Trail, so we feature a sonker. This menu sonker is a sweet potato sonker. It's also with toasted marshmallows. We serve that with cinnamon ice cream. Okay, this is one of our salads here. This is our vineyard salad. With it, we have mixed greens. There is some roasted butternut squash. We also have Carolina caviar. Carolina caviar is a black-eyed pea salad. With our cucumbers. In addition, we have grape tomatoes and grilled salmon. Our salmon that we use comes from very, very cold waters. We do not use a warm water salmon. It is ethically farm raised, which means deep at sea. And the fat ratio is huge, making it a wonderful, wonderful cut of fish. Our house dressing basically is a lemon thyme vinaigrette. We also have a basil buttermilk vinaigrette as well that works very well with it, depending on your liking.
So you've got to tell me a little bit about this vegetarian dish. It looks absolutely wonderful.
Well, one thing I try to do is on every menu have a very exciting vegetarian option. Also vegan. This dish actually is not vegan, but can be made vegan very simply. So we have a sweet potato that's seared in honey and tamari. Honey is the only element that's not vegan, but we can do that with brown sugar. We have some griddled mushrooms from Saintly Shrooms, which is up in Ennis, just on top of the mountains. Some baby bok choy. But then we serve that on a rice and quinoa pilaf. And we have a yuzu vinaigrette, which makes us a very wonderful, flavorful addition to our menu. Well, here I'm going to cook a W8 Ranch Wagyu beef strip steak. So we just season the meat nicely.
Salt and pepper?
Just salt and pepper.
Now, Wagyu is considered one of the tenderest pieces of steak, correct?
Yes, it is. It comes from a breed of cow that originated in Japan. It's found its way to Australia and now to the United States. With it, it's a smaller breed of cow, but with it, the marbleization tends to come out more profound than you'd find in an Angus or a different cut of meat or a Hereford.
And this is one of your more popular dishes, I would assume.
Well, this is we do a lot of specials, so this would be one of our special menus. So we'll start with our Midlands. See, the consistency is just like a risotto. Go ahead and go with our spinach. We'll set that on top there. And we'll get our butter incorporated. some of these nice cherries on top of there. And then we'll garnish that with a nice charred scallion.
Absolutely fantastic.
I love this place. The food is always excellent. I've never had a bad meal here. The service is wonderful. The atmosphere is great. The view is beautiful.
Go ahead and start with the vegetarian.
Okay.
So,
Wow. The fusion of flavor that you've got going on here, it is really Asian inspired, but you can taste every single note that is in this dish. It is absolutely wonderful. All right, so over here we have the beautiful salmon. It's nicely marked. All these colorful greens and all the different elements that you've got in it. Let's give it a whirl.
and the thyme for that is grown on site right out in our garden outside here. So
the freshness is just unmistakable. You can tell that these are local. It's fresh. The source is so pure and clean. The salmon is wonderful. You can tell it's just got a really wholesome taste to it. And then when you mix it all together with the greens and everything else that's in this salad, it is a hearty meal. All right, so here we have the Wagyu steak. And I tell you, it looks like grits. It just certainly looks like grits, but I'm very curious to try this because I don't think I've ever had a steak that had cherries incorporated in it. And this is very unique. And for our viewers out there that want to try it, I'm telling you need to come to the Harvest Grill. They've got it, and it looks very appetizing. We'll get a little bit of everything here. Wow. That is one of the most tender cuts of steak I've had. And the cherries, the just everything. I don't know how to describe it. I'm speechless to tell you the truth. It is absolutely packed with flavor and just so tender and juicy. Just incredible. Incredible, Chef.
Well, thank you.
So a very unique dish to Surry County is a Surry County sonker. And I'm really excited about this. Look at this, a la mode. Absolutely wonderful. Looks delicious. Let's tear into it real quickly here. Oh, man. Got a great crunch. Yeah, help yourself there, Mark. Get
Yeah,
some.
should have a nice crust and
The aroma from all this food is just wonderful. We've got a nice crust on the top, real smooth inside with the toasted marshmallows and the sweet potato, and then a la mode sets it off, I think, for me. Wow. Well, Mark, we certainly appreciate the hospitality. And folks, make sure you stop by the Harvest Grill because you're going to come hungry, but you're going to leave happy.
Tasty Travels is brought to you by the Surry County Tourism Development Authority and by encouraging Surry County to buy local and by viewers like you. Thank you. For more information, visit YadkinValleyNC.com.